Welcome to Pouse around the house. In this video I'm going to show you how to fit a dry lining box like this into plasterboard. So the first thing you need to consider is which size dry lining box you require. They come in different depths and they come in different widths. In this example I'm using one sized for a double socket and it's 35mm in depth. So the next thing to do is mark out the box on the wall. In this example I'm complying with the regulations, so the bottom of my socket needs to be 45cm from the floor. And because this box has a slight lip there, then that's where the front of your socket will sit. So I'm going to make sure that the bottom of this lines up with the 45cm mark. So I'm just going to lift this mark up slightly to account for that. And before you mark this on the wall, just ensure there's no stud timber or electrical cables behind it. And this is for two reasons. One, you don't want to cut through an electrical cable. And two, if there's a stud timber behind it, you're not going to fit the box in the wall. So you need to move it to a position where there's room to accept it. So with the level on top, I'm just going to mark around this loosely. Take that off and keep this held in place. So there we go, we now got that marked out. Now it's time to cut the hole. Now when you're cutting the plasterboard, there are several ways to do this according to what tools you've got available. I'm going to show you 4 different ways, one different way on each side of this rectangle, and then you can decide which one you want to use. So the tools I'm going to show you today are first of all just a knife, a reciprocating saw blade for metal, a jab saw and a multi-tool. So first of all I'm going to use the knife, and when using the knife you just want some sort of straight edge to put down your line, and then just score this gently, being careful not to cut yourself. And you want a nice sharp blade, because if it's blunt it tends to grip and then it might slip, which is probably more dangerous than just using a sharp blade. So just lining that up, just gently score your line, then just go over it and over it. And then just press a little bit harder each time. And once you've got a distinct line, you can go through freehand, just pushing the knife through. And if you just kind of wiggle it like that, you'll keep your cut nice and neat. So there we go, we're through with the knife, so that didn't take long at all. So now I'm going to use the reciprocated saw blade. I'm just going to use this by hand just to show you how you can use any saw to do this really if you're careful. Now when using this you could do with starting the hole off first of all. So I'm just going to do that with the knife. Once you're through with the knife like that, just use your hand to move the blade back and forth. What you find with that is it does quite a neat cut, a bit like with a multi-tool. The only thing you do find with a blade is sometimes it can waver off a little bit. So next I'm going to use the jab saw, and this is designed for cutting holes in plasterboard. And as the name suggests, we can just jab this one through the plasterboard. Then finally, I'm going to use the multi-tool. Then just using my blade, I'm just going to prise this out. So as you can see, any one of these methods does a nice cut as long as you take your time. Now if, like me, when you try to push in the box, it's just slightly too tight, just make a few adjustments with your knife or your blade and just take a little bit off around the edge. once the hole's the right size, just push this through. Then once the box is in place, we just need to insert these yellow clips behind the plasterboard. And inside these clips are the threads that allow you to push your screws through that hold your socket or light switch to the wall. Now in this box I've already removed the plastic, but like this hole here, just go around the grooves with a Stanley blade, remove any holes that you need to remove, and then you can pull your electrical wiring through, ready for installation of your sockets at a later date. If you found this video useful, then please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for regular notifications. I've been Pouse around the house. Ta-ta, farewell.